Gotta love the tests. Okay. Well, it says it's going, but not showing up on my channel. Why? There we go. Wow, that took a while. Okay, so out to the menu. There we go. Wow, that took a while. Okay, so I'm going to leave it running, but I need no volume. Okay. It's going to be weird watching my own stream. It doesn't really matter, does it? Just somewhere quick. Yeah, Monza. That's quick enough. Alright. Right, so if anyone is joining me, I would appreciate some feedback. Give me a sec. I just want to quickly pop onto my Discord at the moment. So I've noticed on my sim racing streams that the fast running games like sim racing, like this one, a set of course I noticed it with, and Automobilista I noticed it with. Hold on. Feedback. So, yeah, so basically what I was getting, or actually with just the one watching, there's probably no point me explaining it until I get more people. So let's just take a look. I don't know if I'll be able to see it properly on the stream. I hope so. Yeah, it should. Yeah, it should work. Okay, everything's set up here. So I'll just pop in, go to aggressive setup, won't bother with anything else. Head gain damage. Just the very fellow. I need some feedback, man. So yeah, so I've noticed with the... I was watching back a couple of my sim racing streams, and I noticed with Assetto Corsa and also with Automobilista, I guess anything that moves fast. So this doesn't affect Elite Dangerous or probably, yeah, something that moves fast. And sim racing is a quick moving game. First person shooters would be the same. And I noticed that the movements, like I'm seeing when I'm racing, I'm getting 60 frames per second and I'm seeing it actually really quite smooth. But I noticed on the stream it looked quite choppy. It was a little bit choppy. It wasn't quite as smooth as what I see it. So I've done a little bit of research this morning, had a look at some alternative OBS settings, even lowering the bit rate and stuff like that. So, and setting the encoder to CPU instead of GPU based on, because this is more a graphic intensive game than it is CPU intensive, right? So I've got the CPU doing the encoding. Now my CPU load is currently roughly averaging around 30. The GPU is now doing 42, 46 maximum. CPU is 54 maximum. So it's a case of playing around with the settings. And I want you guys to, hello, oh, got Sir N68 and Andy K. So keep track of the track. Yeah, well, you have to, be tracking it to keep track of the track, otherwise you'll lose track of the track. So I want you guys to tell me when I'm going around if it all looks nice and smooth. I'm watching my own stream as well, so I guess I'm seeing what you guys are seeing, but it's difficult because it's a lag. So we've got this movement here, but also it's all the objects on the track. And Monza's the quickest track, so it has to look smooth. And if it doesn't, I don't know what else I can change. Mind you, apart from Parabolica. See, that's jumpy when you're going over bumps, but that's normal because the car is stiff. And don't mistake track bumps for choppy graphics, because it isn't. If you keep an eye on the trees and the sky and see how smooth they're moving, it should be nice and smooth, because I'm seeing it smooth. But it could be that the track bumps are making it look... I see, I'm trying to watch myself as well, and it's weird. It looks okay to me. Yeah, you see that I can see the trees bobbing up and down, but that's because of the bumps on the track. So the only way to get around that, you see, in Assetto I have the horizon moving. The outside world is moving and not me. My car is static. In Automobilista it's set the other way around, where the car's bouncing and the outside world is staying still, which is more true to reality. So I wonder if I change that in here, if I can remember how to. That it would maybe give us more of an idea of what it's like. Diddly boom boom now, where's it gonna be? There should be, sometimes it's a slider, sometimes it's, you know, do you want it this way or do you want it that way kind of thing. But it should be something to do with, oh, maybe it's, is there a cameras setting or something? General. It's got to be mentioning something like horizon or something like that. I'm pretty sure it's adjustable on all sim racing games. It has to be here, surely. So it's none of those, right? So it has to be these. But these are all to do with image quality. They're not to do with... Damn. So how do I make the car bounce and not the outside world? This is normally a common setting in sim racing. I've always known it to be anyway. And there's not a separate thing for cameras or what would you call it? Field of view and stuff like that. Oh, I don't know. How strange. Maybe there's some extra options in the outside of here. Did you? Was it okay there? Hi, Mark. Oh, that was a quick visit, Sir N68. Okay. Catch you later, mate. I'm gonna check it in here. No, same options. I don't need to manage presets. Oh, this is weird. Because having it this way around, obviously, it's easy to... It seems easy to to have... I can't even concentrate on what I'm saying. It seems easy to misinterpret the bumpiness of the car on the track to... It might give you the impression that the game is choppy when it actually isn't. Pick a smooth track then. Yeah, but I don't know which are the smooth ones. Clearly Monza is a bumpy one. What would the smooth track be? Paul Ricard, possibly. Yeah, maybe. Paul Ricard looks smooth. I can't believe there's no camera options here. What? Driver? No. No, why would it be there? Don't be silly. I'll tell you what, it's weird that it doesn't have this option. Oh, bugger. Yeah, shadow resolution can be a bit weird, so I wouldn't worry too much about that. It's what I'm looking for is gameplay smoothness, you know. Shadows can move around all over the place. Let's try Paul Ricard, see if it's smoother. I don't know if it is. Every track's going to have its bumps, and unfortunately the bumps on these tracks are modelled as per real life, because it's all laser scanned and GPS stuff. So wherever the bumps are on the real track is what you're going to get in this sim here. Maybe I can soften my suspension. No, the shadows, I don't know. Maybe we'll have a look in bonnet view or something. Maybe that'll change things. Oh, let me go back into setup here. It doesn't really matter about my setup. I don't need the aggressive setup, but I just prefer to use it. Because the safe setup, the car's like, it's difficult to, I don't know, it's stuck to the ground too much. Let's go into bonnet view a second. So we're just looking for smoothness, really. Without, say, a particular loss of quality, graphic quality. Because I have turned the bitrate down from 10,000 video bitrate down from 10,000 to 8. Maybe that'll help, you know, reduce lag or something. But to me, this game's looking very smooth, and this track is actually a little bit smoother. Just like the French motorways, I guess. They're smooth as a billiard table. So, it's speed where it counts. The faster the graphics are moving, the more chance they have of being choppy. So it's when we're going quick is when the smoothness really counts. Like I say, you won't notice this in Elite Dangerous, because things don't move fast enough in Elite Dangerous for it to matter. Oh! Okay, that's my tyres ruined. That's my tyres ruined on this stuff. Yeah, no, I forgot that that corner was more than I expected. Yeah, I should be broadcasting in 1440 though. Looks like butter on that straight line. Okay, great. I'll have to watch the stream back later though, myself. Because I find I can't watch it live, because it's lagging behind. Look at my left-hand tyres, man. I'm telling you, those blue lines are like very coarse sandpaper. That's what it's kind of like, the surface. And the red ones are even worse. But it's to stop your car. The downside is that they rip your tyres to shreds at the same time. Yeah, so it's really damaged the tires, I would say. So as long as you see all the graphics that are coming towards you, they have to be just really super smooth. But if anyone is watching at full 1440, that'd be interesting to see what that's like. Ooh, back of the car got twitchy there. Well, I ended up paying the customs fees today on the McLaren wheel, so I guess that should keep the delivery on track, which is supposed to be Wednesday. I noticed that Automobilista was a little bit smoother, but I could still detect the choppiness in the stream. But Assetto was a little bit worse. I don't know why, I just kind of figured it was the same smoothness on the stream as what I was getting, but it really isn't. Right, let's try not to go on the sandpaper again. Oh, no, no. Oh, why can't I take this corner? Have I forgotten? I'm sure you drop down to... Oh, my clutch is going nuts. Is it? Why is my engine mapping flashing? What's going on? Oh, okay. My engine mapping was flashing. That was weird. Look at my left tires now. Oh dear God. Watching on 4K TV, turn the quality up to... Okay, nice. The thing is, I don't know now whether to leave this setting on for all the stuff I stream, because the encoder isn't using the graphics card anymore. It's using the CPU. Now, if you have games that are CPU intensive, like Flight Sim, actually that's graphic intensive as well, but a CPU intensive game, you would want to switch it back to the Nvidia encoder, right? But if it's graphic intensive and not so much on the CPU, you want to use a CPU encoder. Ugh. It's a case of remembering. I wonder if now if I switch back to the Nvidia encoder with the settings I'm using, whether it'll still be as smooth. But I need to stop the stream to do that. Man, this car turns in well. This is the Ferrari 296 that we're in at the moment. I'll start getting back into the cockpit in a minute. So I'll take a look back at the stream in a second. I'll just scrub it back. How do you take this corner? I could have sworn it was just, you know, a little dab on the brakes, downshift to fifth, and let the thing coast round, but no, not in this car anyway. I don't recall ever having to go that slow through there. Clearly you do. Way too much traction control on. What are we on? Okay. My left hand tires are gone. Wait a minute, where am I going? Okay, am I going the right way? I'm lost. It looks like the right way, I just didn't expect to be at this corner already. Okay. So when I take a corner like that and you see all the scenery sliding past, you know, is that all looking nice and smooth and like you would expect a 60 frame per second game to look, I guess. Oh, that was a little bit wide. I went a bit wide there. I wonder if I'll be able to stop the stream, switch the encoder over, restart the stream and resume it from where we left off. I wonder. I don't even know if that's possible. If it isn't, it'll start a new one. Oh, that back end's slippy, man. Alright, so I'll have to slow down even more then for this upcoming corner. Maybe down to 4th. Or just keep it in 5th and brake harder. I don't know. Let's see. Let's try 4th and see what happens. Oh my god. Certainly the brake balance needs to be forward a bit more. Hey, this back end's a little loose. And those left-hand tyres have still not settled down yet, by the look of that graphic. Right, so gain damage, I might have seen some stuff with the pylons. Like, could be my TV. Alright, I'm just going to have a quick look at my own stream. I could have sworn you were able to go off screen with Assetto, but clearly not. Alright, let's take a look back here. So, oh, that's Monza, that's no good. Let me do a refresh. And I can play my own stream back. I don't have the sound on, but at least I'll get an idea of what you guys have been seeing. Oh yeah. Well, that looks better. However, there is one little caveat. We are in private session. What's it going to look like with 19 other cars on the grid? Oh, that looks better than I remember, though. Oh, does it? Now that we've gone in, I've just gone from the bonnet view into the cockpit. I'm about to go off track here, I think. Oh, slidey, slidey. Yep. Spinning around. Actually, it does look a bit better, so okay. Alright, let's go do a race, and we'll see what it's like with 20 cars on the track and see if it can hold up. So we go to quick race. I'm not going to do the whole race, obviously, it's no point in that. Same deal. Blah, 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 blah. No. I've actually got the opponent set to 23. I'm going to bring it down to 19. Okay, so now we'll have 20 cars. So the CPU load maximum went to, across all the threads, average was 54. the GPU maximum load 57%. I don't get it. Why aren't they maxing out at any point? The maximum CPU load on any of my threads was 68%. Now, if the Nvidia card maximum load was 57, that means it's got 43% remaining to do the encoding for me. Why aren't either of them getting pushed? I can tell you why. The reason that they're not getting pushed to their maximum is because, at least for the graphics card, is because I have it frame capped to 60 when the graphics card is indeed capable of doing much more frames per second. So it's kind of, a lot of its load is just sitting there doing nothing because it can handle it. So it might go up here because we've got 60 frames per second, because we've got 20 cars on the track. So looks like I'm in the middle. I don't know who D Regon is. I guess it's a real race driver. Let's see if this is staying smooth, and if it is, well, great. It doesn't change my game. I'm looking at the game, it's exactly the same for me, obviously. Let's get a cockpit view, shall we, so you can see the wheel. I've got my brakes on while I'm driving just to warm them up, so when we hit the first braking zone I'll have some. That was a decent start. This Lexus is going to get in my way, is it? Ooh. This is going to be tight. He's still alongside me, is he? No, he's backed out. The Jaguar's moved in my way. Oh, this is gonna get... Oh, I've got a great slipstream off those cars. I'm on the limiter here. So is it still smooth? That's the question. Ooh, sugar lips. That's the rear end getting loose on me. How did we not lose a place? Oh, this rear end is definitely loose. Oh, that was close. So how is it now, guys? Is it still looking like a 60 FPS game, or is it more like a 30? Oh, someone's knocked the cone down. It wasn't me. Hey, Halon, hi. Frames look good. looks good here. 60, nice. Oh, good news then. So now I'm interested in trying the same settings that I have for my OBS here with the Nvidia encoder, and if it still stays smooth, I think we've got some good settings for like everything that I do, really. Oh, that's good, man. I thought I might have to go through loads of different, you know, experiments and fiddling with different settings over and over and over until we get it right, but my wheel's moving on my desk. I guess I didn't tighten it up enough. Oh, I did not tighten it up enough because I can move it. That's a lot of curb there, Rusty. And now you need... Oh, that hurts. Okay, I fastened it up to the desk a bit more. Okay, so the rear end of this car is loose, but I do overall like how it feels. It kind of suits the way I want the car to turn in. It has a very nice turn in. This is without even me messing with the setup. I am eating a lot of the curbs here. Yeah, I should have a look at my OBS and see if there's any frame drop. Mind you, I was not getting any frame drops before or anything like that. Trying to catch this Audi, but I wasn't really intending to do the race, to be honest. But it tasks me. I'm in third place. So he's just done a 1:59.9. I did 2 minutes and 3, a 4/10 slower. Shite. And that didn't help. Going very wide there. Yeah, we've lost a lot of time already. Oh, God, we got loose there. I'm just overdriving now to make up for what we've lost. Try and stay in his slipstream. How am I like a 10th quicker? Even though my turn one was, I just missed the apex completely. Just gonna trail brake it round that corner. It's just the easiest way. Keep on the throttle and keep on the brake at the same time. Stops the car from getting too wayward. corners to get a good turn in here. Ow! Man, that corner is vicious. Right, what's he just done? 59.5, guy in front of 59.0. I did a 59.6. It's not good enough. That was a lot better. 6/10 up already. That's where we should be. Come on, get it turned in. This car does turn in very well, but the problem is it turns in so well at the front that the rear end is having trouble living with it, and that's why it's losing grip at the back. So we did lose a couple of tenths there. I'm trying to stay in the guy's slipstream here. Get a bit of a toe if I can. So far, decent lap. We're getting closer to him. Oh, I should have taken a bit more curb. I tried to go a bit wider there to avoid that horrible curb. That cost me too much time. I could have had a 59.0 there if I'd kept up my time. Very slippy through there. Oh, we lost all that time again. So yeah, so hopefully it's smoother, which judging by your guys' feedback it looks like it might be, so that's great. I did brake later than usual. I was enjoying that. That's a shame. No, but I did brake later than usual there. I thought, come on, I've got to find time somewhere. So I thought maybe if I can carry more speed into that corner, but I don't know if it's the brake balance or what, but as soon as I touched the brakes, the moment I touched the brakes, if you look at the replay, it should be that the moment I hit the brakes, the back end of the car just, nope. Let's see. So here we go. I braked very late, but I thought I could live with it. Brakes. Nope. Not interested. What can you do, man? Well, you can brake earlier. That's a good idea. Never thought of that. Let's go in car. Where are we? So on the downshift, you see, I'm braking, and the second I downshifted, the moment it went from 6th to 5th, which will be somewhere after this bridge, the moment we downshift to 5th, nope. Oh, why? Oh, I did brake really late. Holy crap. Okay, let me see if I can show you this, from my perspective, right, from my other laps. Okay, so let's pretend I'm driving and I'll tell you where I'm going to brake, normally, in order to make the corner. Now I'm coming down to fifth, here. So, around here, give or take a meter or so. Yeah, you see, that's all it takes. Like 5 meters later, it's enough. It's enough to do this. It is. That's how fine those breakpoints are. One of the best indicators is watching the time count in the upper left corner. It counts the hundreds. Oh, really? I thought maybe the scenery would be more. Okay, let's have a look at my my stream. Oh, now it needs to catch up with me. There we go. So here. It does look better, doesn't it? Yeah, it does. Alright, guys, I'm going to try something. Now, I don't know if it's going to work, so I need you guys to say back, if it works, because I'm going to kill the stream, and I'm going to go into the settings and switch the... I don't know if I can do it live. No, it's all grayed out. So I'm going to kill the stream. I'm going to go into the output settings and change the video encoder to Nvidia, NV encoder. I'm going to change it to that. And then I'm going to start the stream and see if it lets me resume. If it doesn't, then you guys are going to have to, if you want to come back, you're going to have to go back to my channel and there'll be a new stream open. Alright, so let's try this. So I need to go into settings, output. Alright, so I'm going to stop the stream and then restart. Hopefully in 3, 2, 1, stop. No, now. Are we back? Are we back? Are we back? Do 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 do. If we're back, tell me we're back. Are we back? Oh, are we back? Are we back? We are? Awesome. Okay, now we're on Nvidia. Awesome, fantastic. Thank you, guys. Alright, so let's start the race again and see if it's as smooth. If it's as smooth on the Nvidia, hey, I'm a happy guy. So, let's see how much the load goes up. Maximum load on the Nvidia so far has been 58%. Now that we've got an OBS asking the card, the graphics card, to do the encoding as well as play the game, like I always have it. Now let's see what happens. All right. Oh, should I maybe find a setup where my rear end is a bit the car's rear end, not my rear end. Get your minds out of the gutter. Gonna add, oops, no, wrong one. Gonna add a bit of rear wing on the back, just one. See if it helps that rear. It won't help me on the straights, but it'll help me round that corner maybe. All right, so if it's as smooth now, awesome. If it's a little bit choppier, not so awesome, but I hope it is. Amazing how little resistance there is on the wheel when you're going at no miles an hour, or like this. There's not a lot of resistance. The more the speed builds up, the more the resistance builds up. Oh, we got another good run here. Again, the Jag. Bastard. Told you it wouldn't be happy until we were last. Said it on the last stream. I'll say it again. So this for me is butter smooth. We got the slipstream. Can we get past this Bentley in time? Yeah, we did. Now, how's it going to be on this corner? Hey, all you guys going off the track, you cheats. Ooh. Well, I don't know what you want me to do, but that was so slow. Ooh. Pixelization. Okay. So maybe I need to up the bit rate to where it was before then, back at 10,000. That's where I normally have it. Is it much? Is it like much difference? Obviously it's noticeable, right? So, yeah. You tend to get artifacts when you're moving, when things are moving fast and there's not enough bit rate. You probably get that. Oh, that was my fault. I was so optimistic there. Noticeable. All right. Alright, so let me try something else. I'll stop the stream again, I'll change the bit rate to 10,000 and we'll restart and see what happens. Okay, so knocking off in 3, 2, 1 now. Hey guys, are we back? Is it back number 2? Are we back number 2 now? Because I know what it was. Let me know if we're back again. Okay, so what it was is when I switched, I don't know why it did it, but when I switched in OBS from X264, which is the CPU, when I switched it over to the Nvidia encoder, it set the default bitrate, guys, which is 2250. Which, that's fine if you're broadcasting at 720p, but at 1440p, that's not gonna party. No sir. So I've put it back to 8000 and I've changed, there's a setting called the max B frames. I've changed that from 2 to 4 to also try and help the smoothness. And those settings are not ghosted. I wonder if it's letting me change them on the fly then. Interesting. Alright, so yeah, we're back at 8000 now. So I haven't cranked it up to 10,000 yet. So let's see if that Jaguar gets in my way again. Of course it will. Are we on the same setup? Yeah, we are. I enjoy this Paul Ricard. It used to be a track that I just couldn't gel with. I couldn't get used to the layout and what's coming up next. And I tried and I don't know, there was just parts of the track that threw me off. And now I got used to it. I just did a load of practice laps and now I actually like it. So, okay guys, so now we're back at 8000. You let me know if things were as they were before, when it was good. days when it was good. I'm going to change my brake balance because I hope I don't go too far forward, otherwise it will not be good. That was dangerous. I don't like being on the inside. Oh, and that's why I just can't trust them. At least I'm not last. That means there must be another collision coming up. Or a spin. Something will happen to put me last. Woo! Jeez! That was unexpected. Looks way better. No, but I mean compared to the... Like if you forget about the pixelization one and you compare it to the first time that we ran before that, how does it compare now? The pixelation one was just a mistake in my settings. Judging by those markers, that cones that were there, whatever they are, looks like we're allowed to run a bit wide there. So we're what, 7th position? Oh, curb drags the car around too much. Sometimes you can use the curbs to help drag your car around. That one was a bit too much. Wow, what a different racing line they took to me. Okay, I'm going to try their racing line through that corner from now on. Smooth and sharp. Because if you look at my previous Assetto stream, you'll notice, or the one that we did on Automobilista, where we switched halfway through the stream to Assetto, you'll notice how choppy it is there. I think, anyway. To me, the game looks really smooth. Maybe I should ask Jardier what his settings is. But then again, he might have a faster broadband than me. And they've just brought the super fast broadband here. But it's a little bit more pricey. But yeah. Unless I move my broadband up 2 levels, I can't get faster upload time. Speed. Yeah. At least I don't think so. Oh, wait a minute. Yeah, no, I don't think so. I think the next level up is a faster download but not upload. And then the next level up from that. But it's like an extra, I don't know, 20 quid a month or something, which, yeah. But it's fast as frig though. I mean, it's super quick. Upload and download, man, it goes from like 70 downloads to 300 or something. And my current upload is, I think, 20, and 2 levels up it'll go to 70. So I'll have plenty of bandwidth to play with for streaming. I don't know what I'm paying now, to be honest, 33 or something, 35 a month for my internet, and this is like 54, I think. There's a 42 option and then a 54 on Sky, I think, something around like that. But they've only just brought that super fast broadband to my area, just like a few days ago. My neighbor just got it. Yeah. been getting by with this, you know, it's been fine. If I had 4K capability, I'd have enough bandwidth then to do it in 4K. Right, let's focus, see if we can do it. My taxes, what taxes? I don't do taxes, I haven't done taxes for like 5 years. I did do them 30 years before that. That was a better racing line through there. I did it a little bit different and it was definitely better. Ow! Nice entry. Oh, that was a nice couple of corners. Well done, Ferrari. Just in a couple of corners there, I got right on him. Come on, Lexus, you might never break down. I had to get forceful there. So, what's he going to do here? Because he's going to need to move across to the left. Oh no! Can I outbrake him into here? This is dangerous. That's a no. I can get out better though. Yes. And I stick it through the inside. Not quite. Now I've got the outside line through here, but nice little scrap going on here between me and this Lexus. He didn't give it in, and he got the place back. You can tell I'm awake, right? Like I'm not half asleep. Which way you want to go? That was a nice little scrap while it lasted. This is fast becoming one of my very much liked tracks. Because when you get a good lap time in, it's very satisfying. That was an early shift, damn it. But okay, we're 2/10 up. Our fastest lap's been at 2 minutes and 0. Well, last time we did a 1:59.6. I guess that's because of the rear wing, maybe. Because we added rear wing, so we're losing time down that long straight. But it should be giving us... it should be making it easier for us in the corners. was a good exit, I think. I'm braking later and later every time. Only by about a foot or so, but can't go over the limit. Okay, so this should get us a 159 something. 159.5. That's quicker than the cars in front by half a second. I suspect the leaders are going a bit quicker. Smoothness, I know I'm keep asking, but is the smoothness still all good? Looks all buttery. Or margarine, depending on your preference. We're another half a second up here, so if we carry on, we can hit. You can see on the top left of the screen, it says that our predicted lap time is a 59.0, which is what the leaders was doing in the last race. So we are on their pace. If I can keep it up, I think we're going to get disturbed here. Going even quicker here, 8/10 up now. That's not going to last for the rest of this lap, not with these guys in front of us. They're going to slow me down, I think. We're nearly a second quicker here, guys. I hope I can hold it till the end of the lap. This is where they hold me up a little, but let's keep hold of it. Yeah, you see we lost 4/10 there. As I can break into that last corner more than they can. Still 159.0, but we lost 4/10. So we had a 58.6. I just completely forgot to brake there. We are 1.9 seconds slower on this lap. Mind you, we messed up big. We have a slipstream, I think. Yes! No, you're not coming back. Yeah, changing that rear wings made the back of the car a little bit more stable now in some of these corners. But it is still sliding though. Was nice. Oh, two nice corners at the end there. We might get this next car, but the one after that, to get a podium, I don't think so. Ooh. That didn't help a lot. Some of these curbs, man, they pull the wheel. Well, we were 600ths of a second quicker. Come on, Ferrari. Ended up going a little bit wide there. That was a really good entry into turn one. We definitely closed the gap here. We're 2/10 up just from turn one alone. I thought the curb was going to punt me around. Half a second quicker already, but this Jag's going to put paid to that lap. Or is he? Yeah, we're losing a bit of time down here now. He's on par with us though. Come on, Ferrari, come on! He's right next to us. I think we're going to get him. He has to pull in now because we're way ahead and there's no way he can just jump this corner. Have to stay on the inside here to defend. Which means that I lose time. I need to remember to take my jumper off before I start streaming because whew, I'm hot now. It's a workout, especially with a direct drive wheel. It's a little bit of cardio for the day. Oh, tires did not want to turn. We got the 2/10 back though somehow. 58.8. Oh. Not the fastest lap of the race though, because if it was, it would have gone purple. So somebody's done a lap quicker than this. Maybe only by 1,000th of a second, who knows. Riding a lot of the curbs around here, it helps just to pull the car around. But there are some corners where you don't want that to happen. Holy Jesus. Look at the delta time, 0.00. So compared to our fastest lap, we're 300ths of a second faster here. It's microfine. You guys are yapping about taxis. Never drove taxis. I had to wait a while there. One more lap, so I guess this is our finishing position. 4th. Can't make the podium. We haven't finished the race yet though. Anything can happen. I wish in this game the AI made more mistakes rather than being so metronomic, robotic and immune. This is the last lap then. Oh, we come home in 4th. What did we start? 10th? Something like that. Oof. Wowza. My fastest lap was 1:58.897. Fastest lap of the race, probably him. 1:58.4. 1:58. He did 3 laps quicker than me there. At the end. Tires are worn, but tires are more worn, but there's less fuel. Aston Martin V12. So yeah, I need to work on setup to get that extra 4/10. And he set the fastest sectors, well, at least that's what it tries to tell you, but it's not really true. Because if you look down here, that would make you believe that he set the fastest sectors, but it's not true, because purple is normally the overall best in the entire race over everybody. But what they've done here is they've made purple being this driver's personal best. But it doesn't. It's weird how that works. And his fastest time was at 2:08. So the guy who finished in front of me, he did a 1:58.6 right on the last lap. So yeah, I wouldn't have caught him. But I would have had to push hard to keep up with him though. Lap times are going down. Every lap, the lap times are going down, so maybe the tyres are holding up really well, and as the fuel burns off, the car's able to go quicker. But what a difference here. Between lap 9 and lap 11, he's gained, what, 7/10? Jesus. Not quite sure where I started, but that was fun. Yeah, that was pretty good. So let's have a look on the replay, guys, and just again let me know if we're all smooth and good. Por favore. Except from this view. How much fuel? Oh, I didn't look. It could be that I had the default amount of fuel, which is 62 litres, which is way too much, man. Way too much fuel for this race. Yeah, I probably could have halved the fuel, so I would say I was definitely running heavier than all of these. I didn't even think to change the fuel, to be honest. Yeah, I was running a lot heavier. 62 litres. And that's my fault. I mean, I was optimistic to try and gain that many places. I probably could have had third if I hadn't had that issue at the start there. Yeah. That was good though. We had that was a good race. I enjoyed it. It seems on this track I don't make that many errors either. I'm quite consistent with it, I think. And it has got a couple of tricky corners. But yeah, I could set up the car to be, you know, take that rear wing off from 5, put it back down to 4, so we're quicker on the straights. Because this is the thing, you see, you're challenging this car, and because I've got more wing on, it's taking me longer to get past. But in this case, I think the Nissan got the better of me. Somebody did. Yeah, he's holding it, look. Is it enough? Ah, no, I held him off there. And then I think he wants to have another go here, but only the sheerest optimist could hope to get past there. So I think, yeah, with reducing the wing back to the default setting, 4 instead of 5, and putting the correct fuel in, which I think would be around half the fuel that we had. I think around 33 litres, depending on the fuel consumption, which we'll have a look at now. And we'll see how much fuel we could have used. I don't know how much 30 litres of fuel weighs. In F1 they don't do fuel in litres and gallons and things. They do it in kilograms. It's measured in kilograms because it's more accurate to measure fuel in kilos than it is to measure it in litres, I guess. It's because it's in F1 it's all about weight, and they're more concerned about what's the weight of the fuel, really. Yeah, so yeah, F1 measures it in kilos and grams. Well, no real highlights here. It was just you can do save highlights and watch that back. But yeah, I think I'm going to save that because good races are hard to come by. So, if we go into Garage and we look at the setup, right? Now the car is burning 2.9 litres per lap. If we go back here, is it too late? Right, so we did 11 laps, right? So, oh, bummer. So we did 11 laps in that race. And the car uses up 3 litres per lap. So that would be 33 litres. And we went with 62. Now, to be honest, I wouldn't have gone that far to the edge. I probably would have put in, like if I put in 36, that gives me another lap. If I put in 34.5, which I can't, that would give me 1.5. That would give me an extra half a lap. So 35 is where I would have been, really. So, if you think about it, I ran 27. I ran with 27. Yeah, formation, but it's only a couple of corners really, and it's so slow you're barely using any fuel. 35 would be enough. So yeah, I was running with 27 litres more fuel than I needed to, which is almost double. And I didn't have the right tyre pressures, I didn't have those set up either. PSI hot here was very low. We're looking around 26.6, 26.7 ideally. And yeah, so with a more ideal setup, then for sure. Are these the readings based on the race we just did? I guess it must be. So if we were to knock this up to 25, and then this one will just knock it up a couple. This one will knock it up by 3, and this one will knock it up by 7. Right, go to the aero, drop the rear wing back down. Ride height looks like it's a fairly flat track, so we could probably drop the ride height a little as well. I'm going to drop it by a couple of mil on both front and rear. Weird to see the front sitting up higher though. Obviously the lower you run the car, the less air can go underneath, but the air that does go underneath runs a lot faster than the air going across the top, and so that creates like a downforce, like a suction, because of the air pressure. So I think running that with that fuel, if we save that out, and we can go, what was that, a 20-minute race, was it? 20-minute race setup. I wonder what laps we'd run now. Yes, I know that, Halon, yeah. Sometimes rake is better for downforce, but sometimes it doesn't always work out well. It depends on the car, I think. Some cars like it, some don't. This one I'm not sure about. And then you've got this aero variation here. So what I like about my car as well, my Beamer, when I park it up and I walk away and I look back, you can see it's got rake on the back, and it's kind of cool. You can see on the, what do you call this, the sill going, the skirt going across here, the distance that this is from the ground, and the distance this is from the ground. And on my car, this one at the back here is a bit higher. It's visibly higher, but not so much because I have road stroke track suspension on the car, so it's lowered as well. So it's got a very nice, it sits nicely. It's not too low, I don't like it super low, it's horrible. But it's got a very nice stance, and it has a rake as well. Talking of my car, it's booked into the garage on January the 8th. It's a garage that is near me, about 12 minutes away. Hold on, let's get rid of this. So yeah, it's a garage that's near me, and it specializes in their mechanics and bodywork, and they specialize in German cars. So they do like Porsche, Merc, VW, I guess, Beamer, and all those. So I called them up today because I need a job doing on my car, which if I had a car lift, I would be half tempted to tackle myself. But it requires dropping the exhaust completely off, and I can't carry that exhaust on my own. It's too heavy. I would need to get my neighbour. And then the prop shaft has to come off. The entire prop shaft from front to back has to come off. That's not difficult. But then the exhaust, it's got the two pipes, the two down pipes. The nuts are probably, and the bolts are probably rusty, so I'd probably snap them or something, knowing me. So now what I've got to get done is the gear selector linkage that's underneath the car. The bushes on that need replacing, because now and again, it hasn't happened too much, but it's enough to bother me. Second gear on fourth gear, which is down, you have to pull down for second and fourth. they sometimes, you pop them into that gear and they'll come straight out again, back to neutral. And you go it again and it'll come back to neutral. And then you think, oh, screw it. You go straight to third, which is fine. I can go first, third, fifth on my car because I've got plenty of torque where it's not going to bog down. So, but it's annoying. But then if I go to third and then back to second, then it'll pop in and it'll stay in. And the same with fourth. I had it the other day. It went in and it popped out and it went and popped out. So I went to fifth. Then I came back to fourth and it was fine. For the rest of the whole journey, I was going third, fourth, fifth, fourth. It was fine. So it's intermittent, right? So I've already got the bushings from BMW. I've got those already. The only thing I don't have is the gaskets for the exhaust, because they're going to need replacing when the exhaust gets taken off. So I rang them up, this company, and I said, look, do you do E46s? And they said, yep. So I said, right, well, I've got the gear linkage that needs replacing. I've got all the parts except for the exhaust gaskets, which I'll get. And I said, I need it doing. So obviously, as I said, it's full exhaust removal, prop shaft removal. The gear linkage that goes on the side of the gearbox, that's a little bugger because it has a pin that's hard to get to that you have to push out with like a pointy instrument thing. You have to push the pin out in order to release the bush. And it's a little fiddly thing to get to. So that's why you need a car lift. I wouldn't trust doing it on axle stands or anything like that. So yeah, he's got to do all that, and I'm considering, depending how much they are, but I'm considering while the whole thing's off, that they might as well put a short shifter on as well, so that my gear throw is going to be a lot better. I don't have to travel that far. It's already fairly short as it is, but I'd like a nice little short shifter maybe. But anyway, forget the short shifter. So I asked the guy how much to do all of that, and he said, well, if you've got all the bits, it'll be £100. And I thought, book me in, £100 from this prestige German car place. That's how they label themselves, prestige German marks or something. Marks as in Marquess. So I said, £100? I said, yeah, Jesus. I thought it was going to be a lot more, because like I said, the exhaust off, prop shaft off, then they've got to do the work, then they're going to put the prop shaft back on, the exhaust has got to be remounted. £100. Thought, fucking hell, yes, please. So but they are booked up until January the 8th, which is a good thing. Yes, I have to wait, but it does mean that if they're booked up that much, that they must be good, because they've got customers coming at them all the time, that you have to book a month in advance. So that's kind of a good thing. I think it's good for reputation to have a good waiting list. So I'm going to get that done. And again, that's something I can only do because of the support I've had on the channel. So again, thanks to all the people who've supported me and that. But I don't know. I think they're probably gauging it around 2 hours labor all in all, because if you specialize in Beamers and Mercs and German cars as such, and you know them, then it makes the job quicker, because you think, oh yeah, we know what to do already. We've had experience with these. And they just get the car in the lift and they go, take all the bolts out that they need and just do it. And they can get it done really quick because they know what they're doing. And that reduces the time. If I'd taken it to BMW though, yeah, you don't even want to know what their hourly rate is, but it's criminal. It's criminal. I don't know what they've got it up to now. Somewhere between like 140 to 180 pounds an hour. Ridiculous. And it's not guaranteed that the dealer's going to do a better job than a mechanic, than any other mechanic. And these people are going to know what they're doing, I'm sure. So for £100, I didn't even hesitate. I just said, get me in, And he said, yeah, but January the 8th. I said, doesn't matter. I'll wait. Just get me booked. So that is booked. I just take it on the morning and that's it. If they let me film with my camera for my YouTube, for my other channel, then I'll film some of it, and I'll do some I'll do a bit of advertising for them as well. Yeah, so that's something for next year. And the car will manage until next year, no problem. I don't use it a lot. I use it to go shopping, really. And the only time it's going to get used is if I go down to my sister's at Christmas, which is 460-mile round trip. But that's all motorway. So I'm never in second and fourth gear. It's fifth gear for almost 3 hours. And then the final hour, you're going on the B roads. But yeah, she'll make it, no problem. And even if I can never engage second and fifth and fourth again, like I say, first, third, fifth, I'll get by with that. She'll manage until January the 8th. So all I have to do in between now and then is just get the exhaust gaskets, and which I'm not buying from BMW because I know what their prices are, and it's just stupid. Amazon do them. Amazon do genuine BMW E46 exhaust gaskets. They do them, and it's like they're £20 each. I think BMW is like 100 and something. Like, it's nuts, really nuts. And I need to get the 2 bolts that fasten the exhaust together, because for sure the ones I've got on are going to be rusty enough. They might break. They might need to be drilled out. I don't know. They might come off, but if they have to, get a, what do you call those, the circular saw thing, though, one of those, if they have to saw it off, it's fine. We'll have two brand new bolts. So they can't be expensive. So I'm going to get those. And because I'm in this Clubsport club, because of my car, I can get discount at BMW because of the car. Some of the garages do a Clubsport discount. Cool. So we'll see. I'll have to get the bolts from BMW for sure, but the gaskets, no, I can get them from Amazon. Yeah, second gear on my car's nice, but it accelerates nice in second. I had it out the other day, yesterday. It was kind of, it said I went out shopping at a ridiculous time. It was something like 8:50 in the morning. It wasn't even 9 o'clock in the morning. And it said it was like 3 degrees outside. But my car has got a temperature sensor thing, right? Tells you the outside temperature, right? Which I'm sure most modern cars do, but mine isn't a modern car. And I turned it on, and it said, well, the first thing I heard was beep, and that tells me it's less than 3 degrees. Because if it goes less than 3 degrees, my car does a little beep, which is BMW's way of warning you that the roads could be slippy because of the temperatures. So it does that. And I got out the garage, and as I was driving, it said minus 0.5 degrees Celsius, minus 0.5. So I thought, okay, so I kept the traction control on, and I floored it out of the, well, I more or less floored it out of where I live onto the road. And yeah, traction control, no, it was, the back end got loose, and I floored it from nearly standing still in first gear, and it was spinning. Not spinning like, I don't mean like wheel spin, but it was spinning. There was spin there because the traction control will kick in. And then as I engaged second, the traction control light was flashing, meaning it was doing it was working, having to control it. The road was slippy, man, and I don't like slippy roads in my car because it's rear wheel drive and it doesn't like snow. My car in snow is useless. Yeah, doesn't like it. Rear wheel drive, no. I should have a set of winter tires and stuff, but I don't. So yeah. So yeah, little story there. So I've got it booked in January the 8th, and we'll see. Oh, I found something out. Just a little stupid thing. Remember, my car's 21 years old, right? And you know the Germans like to over-engineer. Gain damage, you'll know. Everything's over-engineered, and it's just... They think of things that car companies today still haven't thought of, probably, right? So I've found out so many tricks and things that this car does. Like if my indicator light fails, it'll use the brake light as an indicator until you replace the bulb. It switches automatically to another light to do that function. And I thought that when it first did it, I thought it was shorting out. I thought we had like a bad earth or something, and it wasn't. So people were telling me, no, that's how the car's designed. If the indicator's out, it'll switch to the brake light to use as an indicator until you replace the bulb. And I think it does that with something else. I think it uses the fog light in case the brake lights are out or something. I don't know, but it's clever like that. So I was messing around with it the other day, and I know that, you know the sun visors, okay? So you bring the sun visor down, and on the headliner, on either side, there is a light. It doesn't have a switch, right? But it's there. And it comes on by you sliding the mirror, the panel that covers the mirror. You slide that back and it brings the light on, right? On both sides. Now, what's cool is that obviously that plastic slidey thing triggers the light coming on, and then you close it. So like if you're putting your lipstick on and stuff like that, and you close the thing. I don't wear lipstick personally, but you get my drift. And then when you close it, the light goes out. Okay, that's fairly standard, right? But what I didn't know this car did was that if you have the sun visor straight, pointing straight down, which is the usual position when you're putting your makeup on or manicuring your mustache or whatever you're doing, the light's on. But then if you don't close that slidey thing that triggers the light, if you don't close that, but then you push the sun visor back towards the window to use as a sun visor, it will turn the light out. So it's doing it based, because it thinks, oh, they must be done with the mirror because we're not vertical anymore, and they've pushed it back towards the window as you would, you know, to shield the sun from your eyes, and it turns the light out based on the angle of the sun visor. Who thinks of that stuff? Why don't they just have it so that it stays on until you close that flap? But no, it can switch off by just using it as a sun visor instead of a makeup thing. 21 years ago they were doing this stuff. I love it. I actually thought that what it did, because I got caught out, I thought that if you have the engine on as the driver and you pull the slider back, that the light won't come on. But it does, and I think that's because the car is stationary. I do believe that if you are on the move, if I'm driving the car and I pull the sun visor down and reveal the mirror, it will not bring the light on because it acts as a distraction for the driver. So the light stays off. When the car's stationary, it will allow it to come on. This is, modern cars have this now, right? Yeah. And I still love that thing where if your rear view mirror, if there's bright lights coming behind you, that it'll fill the mirror with this, I think it's called piezoelectric fluid, and darken the mirror automatically until they either go on or turn off their high beams, and then the mirror will go clear again, just so you don't get glare They were doing this 21 years ago. What the hell are they doing today? Lights on cars are a real pain in the butt. Is that right? Every Mercedes, BMW, snow and incline. Yeah, tell me. Was it last year or the year before? It had snowed. I went shopping, and I parked, and I knew I should have parked nose inwards instead of the back of the car. Because normally when I'm parking, I like to put the back in first, right? Because it's easier to get out then. But this, I knew I should have gone, because the ice was at the edge of the road, so I knew it was best to keep the rear wheels away from that. And I didn't. I parked it in back first. And it was snowy. Thankfully I had my... Oh no, I didn't have my gloves. No, I remember wishing I had. And the car wouldn't move. I put it in first gear. I was really delicate on the clutch. And it just went from nothing to wheel spin. I couldn't get out. And I thought, oh, Jesus, I'm going to have to ask people to maybe push or something. So I ended up with my hands trying to scoop all the snow from in front of the tires. My hands were freezing at the end of that. And I don't know if I did anything to try and put some grip on the front, like put some grass or something on the tire just to get some traction. But I was there for about 10-15 minutes, and it finally just started moving slowly, and I got the momentum, and I got it out there. That's a lesson learned. I won't be parking it rear in next time in that supermarket car park. Jesus. Terrible. I mean, if you have four-wheel drive, 2 thumbs up, no problem. If you have front-wheel drive, 1 thumbs up, great. Because the front-wheel drive's not so bad in the snow. But rear? Yeah. Rear, not good. The worst. But I love my car, man. I like it. I wouldn't change it. I don't even know what the hell I would change it to. Actually, yeah, an M6. Actually, you know what I like is the 8 Series, the BMW 8 Series now. That shape of that car is gorgeous. It's big. It's bigger than this. And it's beautiful. Let me try it. I'm going to drive this. So this is the M Sport livery then. Very lovely. Yeah, I'm going to drive this one. Should we do another quick race here, guys? You up for that? Plus you have to tow your car to a workshop instead of just driving there. Really? I know the Germans are very tough with some of the motoring rules. Yeah, I know that because there's that YouTube, the BMW guy, the YouTube channel I watch, and the tooth inspection, fees for the tooth, the license plate. Yeah, yeah, they're very tough on that stuff, aren't they? But to balance the scales, gain damage, you do have the Autobahn. And I know that your tooth inspection, which is the MOT, what we call the MOT, it's a very tough. They're very rigorous with it, aren't they? And I suppose if you've got cars that are driving on the Autobahn, they've got to be roadworthy. You can't just put any old death trap flat out round, on an Autobahn. That would just be silly. I just want to see how this drives compared to the Ferrari. I don't normally take the Beamer, strangely enough. So, if you guys want to bear with me. So, are we happy with the smoothness then? Are we all good with it? Because if you guys are happy, then I'm happy. Let's not carry the full fuel. So, 3.3, 33, 36. Let's go with 40. Don't even know if I'm going to do the whole race. We'll see what happens. But I'm not going to carry a shed load of fuel with me. That much I can tell you. Ouch. Right, oh, we're tenths again. Okay. That must be where I've got it preset then. Okay. Bayerisch Motor in Werke. Have I said that right? Bayerisch Motor in Werke? Is that right? Bavarian Motor Works. Is it Bayerisch or Bayerisch? Bayerisch Motor in Werke. I don't know. I get close with it, right? My ex-girlfriend's in Germany, so she kind of tells me, but I keep forgetting. Bayerisch. Motor in Werke. So BMW M6, not a car I normally drive with, as you can see. I feel like I'm sitting too low inside the cockpit. Oh, that's even worse. Front end feels a bit heavier to turn in. I don't know whether I just got tapped there or not. Ooh, front end is heavier, yeah. Bayerisch, okay. Bayerisch Motor in Werke. BMW, it's quicker, easier to say. BMW, as they would say in Spanish. No, it's not, it's BMW. Yeah, W is W, literally W. Oh, it's heavier on the front, eh? It's amazing the differences in the car, the feeling of the cars. I think I've got too much. I've got traction only on 2, but it still feels like it's a bit much. Because this back end is a lot more planted than that Ferrari was. I'm going to reduce the traction and then pray. The engine sound's not a giveaway for when to shift either. Cars that scream at you kind of tell you change gear now, but these low rumbling ones like the Mercedes AMG and these low rumbles, don't know when to upshift. You have to wait. I'm just waiting on the rev lights to just flash. Got some decent straight line speed going on here. What's going to happen now? We're on the limiter, can't go any faster. Can I get both of them? Can we get round the corner? Oh! We just took 2 cars. I wonder what my lap time will be like compared to the Ferrari. Right, so I guess I'm going to be holding on to these OBS settings for now then. we'll try it with other games, and if it holds out, cool, I'll keep with these settings. Two minute 1 second. Not as fast as the Ferrari yet then. We need to find a couple of seconds. We found 1 second. Now where can we get the other one? Slipstreaming this dude in the Porsche. Wow, no straight line speed for the Porsche. .5 seconds made up. Not quite 2 seconds, but we're getting there. 1:59.7. A bit wide there, unfortunately. Definitely a heavier car, but it's a lot more planted onto the ground at the rear end than the Ferrari was. But the front end doesn't turn as well as the Ferrari. No way. For that, we're going to need setup. Not a good lap. Oh, is that right? Yeah. You need a friend with a four-wheel drive that can pull you out of those situations. Get one of the Void liveries onto this car. Ow! It doesn't turn too bad for the car that it is, to be honest. Lost time in sector 3. It just about holds on there. That's flat out round there, and it just about holds on. Whew. So we're just about 1/10 of a second quicker. Trying to take a bit more liberty with that corner, knowing that the rear end would stick. Maybe the rear end's sticking too much and we can loosen it off a little bit, because I don't mind if the rear's a little bit loose, just a little. Can't catch the guy in front though, even though I matched his lap time. I need to improve on it. Looks like I'm going to be 4th again. That was I got myself on the wrong part of the track there. Gap behind 3 seconds. Gap in front 5 seconds. Guess where I'm stuck? The guy behind me, I'm leaving him behind. He's 4 seconds back now. 4.6 now to the guy in front. So down the straight we're making time, but we lose it, I think, in the corner bits. Using the complete limits of the track here, man. Still didn't take my jumper off. I think I braked a little bit too early there. 1:59.9 the guy did. He did a the same, almost down to the 1,000th of a second. Was bad. I need to brake earlier there. I'm losing time. Just holding on around that corner. My tire pressures are like just a little bit off by an entire PSI. So now there's 5 seconds behind and 5 seconds in front. Oh well. I thought I would try the wide line there, and I went too wide. And I've lost 1.5 seconds on this lap. Yeah. 1.7, isn't it, that I've lost? terrible lap. Now brake too early. I'm 8/10ths down against my best time. And now the guy behind's catching a little, and the guy in front's miles away. They're lapping quicker now, and I'm just not. I can't get the delta into the green after these first two corners. Nothing I can do makes me faster than what I was on a previous lap. Never gonna make that corner. Not in a billion years. So this lap will be invalid. Not that I mind. Yeah, I can't catch them with this car. It's pretty slow, I think. Doesn't have the speed that the Ferrari has. Jesus. You know why it hurts? Is because of the... When I'm turning that right-hander, my hand is at the bottom of the wheel doing the turn, and then it gets pulled and it kind of hurts your thumb because of the position of where it is. If it was pulling like that with my hands at 9 and 3, it wouldn't really matter. But down at the bottom there, not cool. By the time I get to here, I'm always half a second, 6/10ths down. I think there's one more lap after this, I would say, and then I think I've got 4th place secured, unless I a mistake. More lap and you can take your jumper off, Rusty. Wide there. Well, I suppose we're only a tenth and a half down now. Fuel is flashing at me, but we've got enough. Enough for 2 more laps actually. Or maybe 1. Again, we were 9.6 seconds off the lead. That's not going to do the tyres any good. Oh, jeez. So fastest lap there with this guy, 58.8. Mine was nowhere near. 59.7. All the red ones are illegal laps. However, if I go into my setup and change my see, now I can't get a good reading on the PSIs because I was doing that wheel spin, that donut at the end there, and it's kind of thrown out the numbers. Sugaration. I'm going to bring this down to 25 because they were quite a way out. They were a fair way out. This is just for if I ever do another race again. Traction control on one is fine with me. So the fuel we actually used was 3.1 per lap. So let's call it 3.2 to be safe. So a 10 lap race would be 32 laps. Add another 3.2, 35, so 36 would get us through. So let's say we do 38 litres. Mechanical grip, I'm going to bring the anti-roll bar down one. Everything else, kind of okay with. Shove that forward a notch. See, this has got some rake on it because the rear end sits higher. And I'm going to drop that. Don't know if it's going to work, but that's how I'm going to save it for the next time. 20-minute race, and this is, it's the same name as the other setup, but it's per car, so it's not going to get confused. Yeah, some setup work definitely needed there to make this car catch the top guys. We should have done qualifying, would have been a handy thing to do, but it's not it wasn't supposed to be a sim racing stream as such, but more of a test. Sim racing was needed to do it with. Also, I would say the combat scenes in Starfield would have also been useful, because that's kind of can be fast moving sometimes. I didn't get past the Jag in this car. Whoa! Oh no, that's why I hit him. I didn't see him twitch like that. I don't know what he did. I'm going to dispatch him here. Yes, get out my way. There's me going wide in order to get the next one. Oh, he's still there with me. Yeah, at the beginning here we were quick, because I end up 4th, and I think I'm what, 7th here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, I'm 7th. So I'm going to pass another 3 cars yet, and then after that, nothing. Can't do anything. I was quick enough to pull out a gap to the car behind all the time, but not quick enough to catch the cars in front. It was almost as if they were running their own race. I think I do start dropping these cars once I get to 4th pretty handily. These are the GoPro cameras. And you'll notice that in this game, this sim, well, we got the far away shot, the closer shot, and the alternative closer shot. But you'll notice when I choose the TV camera, it stays on the TV camera for the entire race. It will not move to a different angle like other ones do. Mass market ones do. For entertainment purposes. Where am I? Oh, there I am. I wonder which is better for the close shots then, this one or this one. Oh, I take both of them here, don't I? Using the slipstream, got the Jag, pull out of the slipstream. Then I've got the slipstream of the Nissan. And I've got just enough to claim the corner. Good night. Now what am I in? Like, I can't remember. Am I getting past this Porsche? I think so. I don't know. I don't know what position I'm in now. Oh, I'm 6th. I've got 2 more places to make still. Yeah, so this Porsche is going to finish behind me. So when do I pass the Porsche? Oh, it's done. Job done. Here we go. Down the straight again. I think this is the thing with this car, is it's got pretty damn good straight line speed, but it loses time in the corners, I think. Because down the straight, man, this thing is epic. Yeah, I remember being like 5 seconds behind the guy in front, and down the straight I got it down to 4.6, 4.5 or something. But then I lost it all again on the corners. Yeah. So, you would probably want to do a setup to make the car better on the corners. And maybe sacrifice a bit of straight line speed, knowing that the car's got it inherently built into it. So yeah, so it's strong on the straights, weak on the corners. So I would probably work on a setup that tries to balance that out a bit more, so the car overall throughout the lap is good. That makes sense? Yeah. Okay. So I guess test passed. I'm going to have to wait until once the stream is stopped. For some reason, YouTube's going to have to recompile it back into full HD. Once it's done that, I'll take a look and see if I'm happy with it. And if I'm as happy as you guys are, then these are the settings I'm sticking with. And I'll also be able to compare the X264 with the Nvidia. Yeah, it's smooth, right? Because I didn't really find it smooth last time. Hold on a moment, guys. I just want to have a look and see what the title was of the one I was looking at today. Yeah, so Automobilista Do to patch 1.53 is here, and it's a big one. That started off with Automobilista, and then somewhere after halfway we switched over to Assetto, and I was noticing how it was a bit choppier there than I would ideally like. It wasn't really to my liking that much. But yeah. So I only changed a few settings then, because the bitrate I've put it down, which I would have probably gone the other way and increased the bitrate, but it seems, I don't know. But I did change a couple more settings in the output thing. So what have I changed then? The bitrate is down. The preset has gone from, oh no, that got put back to good quality. I changed it to best quality. Profile is set to high. Look ahead is switched off. Damn it. That was supposed to be on. Psycho visual tuning. Yeah, that's what they call it. That's on. GPU 0 and maximum B frames was 2, but now it's 4. I'm surprised that's made a difference then. So this look ahead is what? Enables dynamic B frames. If disabled, the encoder will always use the number of B frames specified in the max B frame setting. Oh, okay. So it's using the 4 then. If enabled, it will increase visual quality by only using however many B frames are necessary, up to the maximum at the cost of increased GPU utilization. All right. So that's not to say that there aren't a few more tweaks that we can do. DirectX 11, that's still being used. The color space is the same. The color format is the same. The video, there's no downscaling at all. I don't downscale to 1080, so I don't need a downscale filter. Yeah, everything is, there's not many changes then, but cool. So on the slow games, like if you've got a slow moving game, like perhaps Euro Truck Sim or SnowRunner, something like that, it's not going to affect anything at all, you know. But it's when it has to shift graphics around really fast and stream that's when you start noticing possible artifacts, or maybe that little, when it's not quite as smooth as it should be. And that's what we were getting. Now, on this, I have the feeling that VSync is not on. Yeah. You know how I knew? Because there was graphics tearing. I saw it in the replay. I don't notice graphics tearing while I'm driving, but in the replay I did. But it's limited to 60 there. But I think what I'll do is in the Nvidia control panel, I'll change VSync to fast. And that way it should kill the graphics tearing, or at least minimize it to a fair degree, without restricting it to 60. So for example, if I disabled this, I'd still get 80, 90 frames per second, even though VSync is set to fast. They should have that option in some of the games for the Nvidia users. We've got DLSS quality as well, set to quality. FSR is disabled, don't bother with it. And everything else is like pretty much maxed out. So it's not bad. If things got really bad, yes, I'd have to maybe turn the shadows from epic to high or whatever it is. Yeah. Bring the contact shadows off, disable those, and that might help. But if we're good, B frames. Yeah, I think buffer. It's defaulted to 2, but I've changed it to 4. So perhaps that is helping. That was one of the settings that was recommended to change for like fast moving games and stuff. Do I really want to leave the game? I don't really, no, but I have to. Okay, these are I'm gonna cough here. So these are replays, not I can't do the career. I think I'll have to give up on my career. Yeah, these are not pictures. My next career thing is Paul Ricard of all tracks, the one we've just been on, and I think it's a 2-hour race. Let's have a look. Yeah, Paul Ricard, 6 hours endurance, but I think they want me to do 2 hours. Guys, imagine 2 hours of that track. Well, I've just done 3 races there, was it? I don't know, that's an hour. I don't think they want me to do all the 6 hours, because obviously there would be driver swaps, and I don't think they're going to be driver swapping to AI drivers. You know, so I've got an AI running for 2 hours and then I take over for 2 hours. No, 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 no. No, I think it's a 2 hour race and it's all me. So probably a couple of pit stops involved there. Difficulty preset easy. Yeah, that's just to get through my career. But my career's at 78%, so we're near the end. I think I just set it to easy just to make life easier for me. Because I think if you set it to medium or hard, it might be the case that the distances you're required to drive for are longer. And that's the reason why. I'm not sure if it's got anything to do with the AI. It may do, but I think the difficulty also is down to the distances. So yeah, if you put it on hard or whatever, you might be required to do the 6 hours, but on easy, I think it's just the 2. I think so. So yeah, 78% though. I should see it through, shouldn't I? But 2 hours, man. But the advantage, or at least one, well, I say advantage, the one good thing about 2 hours at Paul Ricard is that I do seem to be consistent around that track. I can do lap after lap after lap without having, like, it doesn't have a corner. On some tracks there is a corner that like I call it like my worst corner, so it can throw me off sometimes, you know. Not literally, but sometimes literally. Like Silverstone's fine. There's no corner in Silverstone that really puts me off. But other tracks have got certain corners that I think, oh, here we go again, this corner. But Paul Ricard, no, not really. I'm kind of happy with all of it. You know, there's a couple of tricky corners, but once you've got the line, and you can keep using that same line again and again and again, it's fine. I've been going okay with it. But I wouldn't say that of all tracks. So what track would I say would have... Oh, I'd love to redo Valencia. The Formula One track that they used to have at Valencia was awful. I mean, if you ever want to get bored watching a race, go watch a Formula One race at Valencia. Oh, it's the best cure for insomnia ever. Terrible. This is not the same track. This is Ricardo Tormo. It's completely different. And it's brilliant. I love it. This is the latest track that came to Assetto Corsa, and I like the layout. It's got some tricky corners in it, a couple of tight left rights, but it's nice. And then there's a corner on here. Which one is it now? Where it curbs and then suddenly the corner will get deeper. So yeah, this one. So you're coming up here, and then you've got this corner which is flat out-ish, and then suddenly you have to brake while you're coming out of the exit of that corner. You have to brake here, and then you've got that tight right-hander there, that hairpin, and then you've got this, and then this is flat out round there, and then this heavy braking zone here to get into the last corner. Great track, love it. Alton Park, we did this the other day, didn't we, with the minis, the mini race in Automobilista. Yeah, this part where you're going around the grass here, this curve, if you go too wide, you're in the grass like I did. That's the tricky one. Other than that, it's a lovely track. This one, it's difficult. This is Circuit of the Americas. It's even in F1, it's this bit. So you've got this uphill. It goes uphill. Oh, there it is. So yeah, so you can see it goes uphill, and then there's a hairpin there, and then it's like left, right, and they're all different, varying degrees of turnage. You know, little left, little right, big more left, big sweeping right, a tighter left. Freaking hell, man. Indianapolis, haven't raced on that for donkeys. Decent track though. They did a Formula One race here one year, and because of there was a, I think it was a kind of some kind of row with, there was two different tire manufacturers at the time. There was Bridgestone and Michelin, and I think it was, yeah. And Michelin, I think, pulled out. So all the cars that were running on Michelin tires couldn't run, only the Bridgestone runners. So only 6 cars started that race. And they raced it. Instead of saying, oh, screw it, there's only 6 cars running, let's call off the event. Nope. They ran it with 6 cars. Watkins Glen in the US of A. Awesome track. Yeah, that's a workout. But it does have the corner with no physics, which is this one right here. If you've been watching my channel, you'll know that one. As we come up and take this one, suddenly the absolute physics of the universe don't exist here. This is a track I would love to be better on. It's a tricky track, but it's only because of this wavy bit. That's tricky as hell. It's so easy to just slam it into a wall. I'd like to be more proficient on this track because it is an iconic and a great track. Mount Panorama, or Bathurst, if you want to call it that. Absolute legend track. I like Laguna. Yep, that's just, I like it. Suzuka in Japan, one of the best F1 circuits there is. And it's the only track that goes clockwise and anti-clockwise at the same time. Well, not at the same time, obviously, but you know. So you set off going clockwise here. Then you get under the bridge here. Now this bit's anti-clockwise. Then you go over the bridge. And you start again going clockwise. Because it's a figure of 8 really. But it's like a piece of string that was in a figure of 8 and now it's just been moved around. South Africa then, Kyalami. They used to race F1 here, but back in the 60s, but the layout was different. It's very much different today, but very good. Some good tracks here. If I had to pick my worst track, the one I would like to avoid, that's a question. I don't know. Brands Hatch isn't one of my favorites. There's a couple of corners there that catch me out sometimes. Specifically, I think is it this one? Yeah, because there's the start finish. That's the final corner. Yeah, this one. Because you don't notice it on the track map here, but there's a slight right there, and then you have to get your braking right here, and it's kind of blind. You can't see this track until you're on top of it. It's a blind corner, so you have to nail your braking point. If you get it wrong, you're going to go wide, and yeah. This is a slow track. Misano, I don't race on it that often, and sometimes I get it mixed up with the other one. Yeah, what is it called? Not Monza. Misano, is it here? I don't know if we've got it in here. There's another Italian track that begins with M. I'm sure it's the one that Ferrari uses as a test track. Why have I gone blank? Someone help me out. What am I thinking of, guys? I think it's in the other Assetto Corsa. Monza, fine, that's the F1. Misano. And the Ferrari. Mugello. Mugello is the one I'm thinking of. Yeah, no, that's not in here. Yeah, Misano. Italy. I don't know. I don't really have any tracks that I don't like in here. Zandvoort. Is that the same as the F1 track? Yes. Yes, it is. I'm just looking at this little twiddly bit there. Yeah, that's not bad. It's older. That's for racing on when you get older. Yeah. Snetterton. Oh. Yeah, this fella. Snetterton. Raced here a few times. It's annoying. This corner right here. This one. Pain in the rear. Getting that one. Good track though. Exciting. This is one of those tracks where and here you've got to get your braking right and not flummox it here. But this is one of those tracks where if you get the track, if you get the lap, if you nail the lap well, it's actually very satisfying here. But it's a tricky one. Donington. I don't know whether they've still got the Bluebird over the bridge. Donald Campbell's Bluebird used to sit on top of a bridge, but I don't know if it's still there. I'm going to have a look. I'm going to have a quick look. Let's pick something weird. What does that mean? I don't know what weird is. The Porsche 718 Cayman. Clubsport. Yes, also a Clubsport, but on a Porsche. Sure, that's a cool livery, why not? Oh, we got different colours? Yes. Ooh. That looks like a bee has hit a windscreen. Definitely not a quick race. I think they took that bridge down, which is a shame. It's not really a bridge. It's kind of like it's a thing that overhangs the circuit. It looks like a bridge, but it's thin, like a banner thing. And it had Donald Campbell's Bluebird on it. Come on, start the engine. It's only after a couple of corners. Got some GT4 goodness here. Is it there? Is the Bluebird there? I don't see it. Bastards. No, it should be just around here. Oh, I can't believe it's gone, man. No fair. Yeah, I think it was here. That's a damn shame. That's a damn shame. So, are we done? Are you guys done with me now? Want me to go? I was wondering whether I could break a best lap. 1:31.3 in the 720S GT3. That's not the Evo though. I don't know, what do you guys think? Should I have a couple of laps? See if I can bust this time. But I'll do it in the Evo. You can hang on if you want, and then I'm just going to get this and do a couple of laps, see how close I get, and then I'm done. And I'm going to take my jumper off. McLaren, where are you? So this is the car that likes to swap ends. It's got a loose rear. So 131.39. G995. I don't know if I did any setup to do that, but so straight with the aggressive. I think what's going to be important here is getting fuel out of this car. So 2.6. So let's stick 26 laps of fuel in, enough for 10 laps ish. And for the aero, wow, 10? There's a lot of fast bits in Donington. Why would you need a 10? Well, okay, I'm going to leave it there because I know what the rear end of this car's like. It's a bit iffy. So, I'm going to turn that down, and I'm also going to change the camber on the rear. I'm going to max it out. I'll leave the toe for now, because I might not need to adjust it. If it gives me a hard time, I'll just forget it. 131.3. It's unlikely, because normally I need to do a good few laps in order to nail it, get used to the car and everything. It might not be a case of just going straight out and nailing a time. Whoa, geez, that back end. It's frightening. We're going to have to settle this back end down before I can get a good lap in. Oh, it's too squidgy. Just the brake point. Just finding out where the brake points are. Wow, I need to settle this back end down, otherwise I have nicked chance. So where's me toe? There we go. Let's max it. And mechanical grip. I'm going to soften those rears. Oh! When I altered the front anti-roll bar, I think I went the wrong way. Did I move it? not settling. That's the problem with this bloody thing. Going to be difficult. This car's tricky. Oh, that's not going to help. That was terrible first corner. Maybe we can set a baseline time to give us an idea of where we're going to be. What was the lap time again? A 31.4? I don't know. Can't get the power down, man. Second gear should be enough through there, I think. So scared to floor it in case the rear end goes. Wasn't paying attention. We're a bit off then. 34. I tried to go through there faster. I took my foot off the brake and hoped it would coast through there, and it doesn't. How am I going to find 3 seconds, man? Was it a 31 I needed? I forgot the time that I'm aiming for. Hey Malcolm, how you doing, man? might know why we're so far off. I think I've just remembered why. Yeah, of course. Okay, go for it anyway. I don't think I'm going to be able to do it. And I think it's because that lap time that I got was done on the old physics before they moved to 1.9 and updated the tire model. And so it might not actually be catchable. I don't know. Oh, that was awful. Seven tenths. I'm in the zone. We're a second up, guys. I don't know why or how, but I seem to be in a zone here. May it last. Oh, the lap time got invalidated. Do it anyway. Cheeky bastards. Unlike some other sims, it still records the time, which is 30.6. Does that do it? Did we do it? I know we invalidated the lap, but it couldn't have been by much. I want to see why it was. As long as we had two wheels still on the tarmac, 30 point. I think we did it, guys. I don't know where I pulled that time out from. Jesus. First time was a 134. Now we just did a 130. Where the hell did I get that? I really pushed in a couple of the corners though. But in the middle of the lap, I took a right hander there and I was able to just carry speed through it. Because, you know, you just go for it. And if either the car's going to hold, in which case, great, or it's not, in which case, yeah, you don't look so good. And this time it just did. So let's see. We got the lap time invalidated. So it wouldn't be here because we've not started the lap yet. Set up right, this car is really quick, but that rear end is, you've got to be wary of it. This is flat out there. Whoa, shite. Yeah. There, we carried some good speed through there. And even here I was just on it, flat through there, braking, not giving a crap. It either holds or it doesn't, and it did, and the same on this corner. I just went for it, thinking, yeah, it's either gonna... Look at that. Did you see that slide? It did slide, right? Or was it just me? Yeah, I'm just going through here thinking, hero or zero moment. Let's see where we are. Yeah, look at the back. Little slidey. We were up well here. And then just... Ah, yeah, that's it. Okay, that's fair. That was definitely invalid. all four wheels off. But I could have held that line. I could have done it valid. Just braked. If I'd braked, I don't know, 5 meters earlier, then I would definitely have been able to hold this and just, but yeah, and it wouldn't have cost me that much lap time either. So even though technically that this isn't a valid lap, it's not going to get recorded, is it? But I still kind of did it. That was my problem right there. That's how, yeah, that was it. So the setup that I've made, the setup changes, looks like they've helped. Yeah, we were okay here, right? Yeah, we're fine there. So it was that. So on the previous laps then, where it was valid, so we're just about to go through it again. Now is that valid? I don't know. This is the lap before. There you go, that's how you do it. So if I'd braked earlier and done that corner like that instead, it wouldn't have cost me hardly any time, really. It wouldn't have made any difference. It would have still been a 30 point. If not a 30.8, it would have been a 30.9. It's really just fractions. It really is. So we did a 30.64. Let's just confirm that. It wasn't valid, but we did do a 30.64. So the first sector was 0.003 of a second slower than the previous lap. My middle sector was killer, absolutely. And then I was 0.3 quicker here. But it was invalid. So 30.6. So I think if I had a valid lap, it would have been a 30.7. It's literally nothing in it, if that. Braking 5 meters earlier isn't going to cost me 1/10 of a second. In fact, me making that chicane better would probably, I don't know, it might have helped, time-wise. So 30.6. What I want to do first, though, is save the setup, because it kind of works. And now I have to remind myself, we're not going to be given that time because it was invalidated, but... Oh, wasn't it a 31.3 we were chasing? I believe it was. Yeah. So in the Evo version, we just slaughtered that time by 0.7 of a second. And I think we can all agree that had I taken that chicane legally, there's no way that it would have been 0.7 of a second. 1/10 at the most. At the most. At my most unluckiest, it would have cost me 1/10 there. Damn you. So yes, I can beat that time in the Evo. But I would expect the Evo to be faster than the standard anyway. But it's not going to count. Oh, did I do any legal laps that were faster than that? I don't know. Because then it would count. I don't think we did. Because my fastest lap was like 1.5 seconds quicker than my previous fastest. So no, it wouldn't have counted. What do we do? Have another go? I don't know. What do you guys want me to do? I want a cup of tea. My throat's dry, man. Yeah, test stream. Yeah, definitely. It's been what, 4 hours? Yeah, my tests are long. Okay, gain damage. Take care, man. Thank you for being here. Yeah, I should give myself a little rest, shouldn't I? I was enjoying that. Yeah, and I do believe that there's further setup tweaks to be made. We haven't even touched the tire pressures yet, so I can probably beat my 30.6 if I really, yeah, or at least I could match it again, definitely. I mean, how many laps did it take me to do that? 6, 7 laps? Because I was only fueled for 10, and the first lap is an out lap, so that doesn't count. And I didn't run out of fuel, so yeah, less than 10 laps and smashed the time, smashed it. So yeah, we can do it. I'll maybe start doing a couple of those. But I don't know. I don't know because the physics changed on the tires quite dramatically in version 1.9. And if any of these lap times were set pre that, I don't know whether that's going to make them harder to beat or easier to beat. No idea. Because sometimes when they do big physics changes, they tell you, you know, forget either, you know, your previous setups will be no longer valid, or they'll say, you know, previous lap times, you might find them hard to beat. And so you can go into your profile, I think, and you can wipe all your fastest laps out. So I think you can wipe them out here. Where were we? Donington here. Tells you how long you spent at each track. And then you click Donington and here's all your lap times for all the cars you've done it. So there's the Evo. Previous fastest in this car was a 32.2. Or that could be the one that we just did right now. That is my fastest legal lap that I did. Bastard, that's way too slow. We can beat that. I can beat that with one hand on the wheel. Well, maybe not. Oh, that's a GT4. Now I should maybe go around and try beating some lap times. And obviously these means I've never driven this car at this track when you get these lines. So then Donington is a car. Donington is a track that I've got 4.7 hours on and driven 547 kilometers. But which one's the most? Can we order them? Silverstone. Well, that makes sense. 3,700 kilometers I've done on that over 29 hours. And I've got 385 invalid laps against 252 valid ones. I'm a naughty boy. Is there any track where I've got more valid laps than invalid laps? No. Oh, that was close. No. Yeah, Brands Hatch of all places. Not my favourite track, but Alton Park, 2 valid laps, 23 invalid. What? That's a terrible ratio. Yeah, it's difficult to do a clean lap round there, I guess. Maybe if I do one more, I'll get 3. Bloody hell. Yeah, look at the races though. 9 in Silverstone, 8 in Spa. Whoa, 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 whoa. 0 races at Watkins Glen? What are you talking about? Of course we've got races at Watkins Glen. What are you talking about? What are these stats, man? I've done quite a few round there. Okay, I'm not trusting these numbers anymore. Okay, right guys, I won't take up any more of your time. I'm going to eat something edible, and thank you for helping me out with the test. You've been invaluable. I'm going to check the stream back myself before removing it. I don't think there's any need to keep it, right? It's been fun, but I can put it on. If you're on my Discord, what I'll do is I'll make the stream unlisted, but if you want access to it, I'll leave the Discord link in, on my live streams videos channel. It'll still be there. So if you're on Discord, you'll still be able to access it. And if not, you'll just have to do a copy and paste of the link in your browser. All right. So, hey, thank you guys. I appreciate the feedback as always. You're massive help. And hopefully then future streams of fast moving games will be better. And that's what I'm after. Always striving for better, but rarely doing it. Guys, thank you so much. I appreciate it. And I'm out of here. So thank you. Bye-bye.